Welcome to Blackdown International here for the opening State League round for 2024. We've got the Northern Storm taking on the Eagles here, and the Eagles have just completed their first innings bat and got 1 run, and the opening lead-off was Rachel Lack there for the Northern Storm, and it's a fly ball to centre field, and that is the first out for the Northern Storm. It brings up Belle Hannah, the shortstop for them, batting to the Eagles. Fantastic opening bat. Cox got a walk. Giros got a wonderful sack bunt down. A fly out. Sorry, a hit to third base. A 5-3 was the out recorded for Jade Wall. Titsakronis hit a fly ball to centre field and was caught out. And Bree Trim hit a wonderful double and brought home the first run for the Eagles. And Bella Lorenzo was thrown out at a 6-3. Ended the innings for the Eagles, but they scored a run in the top of the first. You know, we're in the bottom of the first now. And as I said, Belle Hannah is in the batter's box. Eddie Lau is in the circle for the Eagles. She is pitching through to Bella Lorenzo. And a walk for Belle Hannah there, gets herself down to first base. Brings up the 29 of Grace Rickson. She's currently playing first base for the Northern Storm. The Manly defensive lineup looks this way. Andy Lau pitching through to Bella Lorenzo. Michelle Cox is at first base, and that's a fly ball to centre field for the second out from Grace Rickson. And Tali Moore now comes in to the batter's box, batting 4 here for the Northern Storm. Second base, Hazel Labrador. The shortstop is Australia's Taylor Titsakronis. And at third base, Bree Trim. Left field, Layla Giros. Jade Wall, the Aussie, in centre field, and Mel Morris is at the right field. Wonderful pitch there by Lau. Finds the outside edge and gets herself a strike. Again, takes that outside corner. Wonderful second strike. And more now. 1 ball, 2 strikes. But this time, goes to the inside. Oh, lovely piece of work from Michelle Cox. A little bit of a fumble. The ball popped out of the glove. She dived back, grabbed the ball, touched the bag with her glove, and makes the out at 1. Northern Storm unable to score any runs. And just to play at third base to make the third out. It will be Andy Lau, the pitcher, coming out to start the top of the second for the Eagles in the batter's box. But the defensive lineup for the Northern Storm will look this way. Bree Evans is pitching through to Zoe Taylor. Grace Rickson at first base. Tali Moore is at second base. The shortstop, Belle Hannah, and Inika Keed is at third base. The outfield, Sienna Burgess at left field. The Aussie Rachel Lack at centre field. And Erin Partridge is at right field. Both very, very strong lineups here. So Lau it is to start off the Eagles in the top of the second. Eagles leading this one 1-0. That one down. And the umpire says ball. Andy Lau's been part of the New South Wales under-16 system for the last couple of seasons. And she gets a hold of that one, and she finds a beautiful piece. And it's a lovely line drive, centre field for a single. Shows why she was the batter at the national tournament earlier this year for the New South Wales team. And she drives that one centre right into the gap for a single. Now brings up Hazel Labrador. She lets that first one go through, and strike called. And a nice rise there from Bree Evans. Labrador has a good swing at that one. Can't make contact. Strike two. And this time, gets a good cut of that, but fouls it off down first base line. Labrador also part of the 16th New South Wales earlier this year. That one down. The umpire calling that one a ball. One ball, two strikes. That one high. Evans going for the rise that time, trying to get Labrador to chase, but she holds her hands. And this time, Evans gets a swinging, and Labrador can't make contact, and that is strike three. And the first K2 for Evans. So, one out, top of the second here for the Eagles. They lead 1-0, and it brings Mel Morris into the batter's box. Morris lets that first one go. Strike call. Evans now gets herself set. And that one's hit down third baseline, but foul. Needs to clear the base. That one straight away into foul territory. And another strike for Morris. 0-2 count now. Andy Lau still there at first base, trying to advance. Well, she takes off this time. First base was occupied. Lau steals to second on the ground ball, but Morris is out. And we go back to the top of the batting lineup with Michelle Cox back into the batter's box. Got herself a walk at her first at-bat. One high. Cox lets it go through. And ball one from the umpire. One wide. Lau, second base, looking to advance to three. She took a big lead no cover on the second base. But no luck advancing on that occasion. Cox now, 2 balls. And again, lets that one go for ball 3. So a 3-0 count here for Cox. It's always a nice batter's count, that one. We'll see if she just takes this pitch. No, she has a good crack. And fouls that one off into the back net. Evans waits for the call off Taylor. Throws that in, and again Cox goes hard at it. Fouls it off. Full count now. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Andy Lau out there at second base for the Eagles. But 2 down. Cox needs to find the grass here to try and score Lau. And that one down and in the dirt, and she will get a walk again. And it'll bring Layla Giros into the batter's box. Lau will come out, and the 32 in Izzy Morris will run for her, being the pitcher. Layla Giros now gets herself set. And a crack of the bat straight back, but Bree Evans stops the ball. 1-3, makes the play, ends the innings. It was an outstanding piece of fielding from Evans. Giros, as you can see, she really gets a good piece. Evans gets down low, grabs the ball, makes the throw to 1, and ends that innings there from the replay. Well, we're very privileged to have Spacequake Sports broadcasting State League 2024. So, see all these wonderful images today, courtesy of Spacequake Sports. Players be loving watching back these live games later tonight. And again, Andy Lau will remain in the pitching circle for the Eagles. Thank Blacktown International City Council for the way they look after these diamonds and keep them prepared for this wonderful tournament here at State League. We've only got the women's today out here. The men will kick off next week. So the Eagles lead 1-0 as we move to the bottom of the second. Sienna Burgess will be the batter up. For the Northern Storm. She lets that first one go through wide for a ball. Burgess now, part of the New South Wales system for quite some time. Sienna playing through the 18s and 23 ranks. And that is a wonderful piece from Burgess. Wonderful line drive, left field. That ball sat perfectly for her. And she drove that one hard. Gets herself a single. Gets on board. And it'll bring Erin Partridge up to bat. Erin Very experienced softballer. Again, another New South Wales representative for many years now. And also an Australian representative, went overseas, played in the Canada Cup just a couple of seasons ago. And 2 balls to start this for Partridge. And that's ball 3. Not interested in that one. Wide and outside. So Partridge now. Will she go at this one? No. She lets it go. Takes the strike. So 3-1 now. 3 balls, 1 strike for Partridge. And she goes hard at that one, but Lau gets it through for a strike 2 and loads the count to a full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes here. And this time, Partridge fouls that off into the back net and will remain at a full count. Sienna Burgess taking a big lead at first base. Looking to advance. But again, that one fouled off by Partridge into the back net, defending the plate. And that one down and in the dirt, and she will get herself a walk. And that is 2 now on base for the Northern Storm. Runners at 1 and 2. And no outs in the bottom of this second. And Inika Keed comes into the batter's box. Inika Keed, New South Wales representative last couple of seasons in the 18s, moving to the 23s now. And also went to Canada Cup for Australia with Erin Partridge. So a lot of depth in this lineup. And Keed smashes that one straight into the gap. She will score Burgess home. And Partridge will get herself to third base. And Keed will get a double. A 7-8 hole. And she gets the RBI to level the score. None out, 1 all. Bree Evans up to bat, and runners at 2 and 3 now for the Storm. Evans lets that go. Strike called. Down low again for a ball. 2 balls, 1 strike now, the count on Bree Evans. None out, and runners at 2 and 3 in scoring position. That one fouls that off. That'll hit the roof. And go foul for a 2-2 count now for Evans. Oh, and that one caught looking on the outside. K2 for Lau. And it's the first out for the Northern Storm, and it brings up Zoe Taylor, the catcher, into the batter's box. Taylor, also New South Wales representative for past 3 years now in the 18s and 23s ranks, and went to Canada Cup with Keed and Partridge, so they represent Australia. And I should have bit of remiss of me to say that Bree Evans, part of the New South Wales, she's played Open, Women's and Under-23s for the last 4 or 5 seasons. So a representative talent here in this Northern Storm side. That ball along the ground, so no luck. And Taylor gets a good piece of that. She'll clear third base. Keed will get away to third. Taylor will score. And Partridge will get a single. Just a slap straight over the top of third base into left field. And gets an RBI to put the Northern Storm now at the bottom of the second in front, 2-1. And it'll bring Rachel Lack into the batter's box. Rachel last time hit a big fly ball straight to the centre fielder out there in Jade Wall. So she'll be looking to try and avoid that next time. So Zoe Taylor at first base, Inika Keed at third base. So on the corners here for the Northern Storm, only the one out. And ball one for Lack. Definitely not interested in that one, Lack. Wide on the outside. And again, same thing. Just outside, clipping the other batter's box line. So Lack not interested. So 2 balls for Rachel Lack. And this time Lack gets a better pops fly. And Titsa Cronus gets around and she takes the catch. So fly ball to 6 there. And that's the second out for the Eagles. Partridge will come on. To run for Zoe Taylor. She'll go in and get herself ready to come out and catch. And Bella Hanna. So Bell Hanna will come up now to bat. And strike one for Hanna on that occasion. And that one's a ball outside. So runners remain on the corners here for the Northern Storm, but they have scored 2 runs in the bottom of this second innings. And a nice piece, but Titsakronis picks that up, fires it to 1, but he goes down into the dirt, gets away from Cox. Another run scores in Keed, and Erin Partridge gets herself from 1-3. So again, the corners have got runners with the 29 of Grace Rickson up to bat. Grace Rickson played for the Aussie Spirit over in Ireland just last year and gets a hold of that one. She's hit it hard. It's going deep, 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 and it's over. Jade Wall's head hits the back fence. And Rickson will get a triple and score. Partridge. So a triple. 2 runs scored there. That was a fantastic piece by Grace Rickson. That ball all the way to the back fence. Aussie Spirit centre fielder Jade Wall couldn't get it. It hit the back fence, and it, unluckily for Wall, hit that back fence in such a way it rebounded and come in, say, 15 metres. So Wall then had to come right into the field of play to grab it and then throw it in. And Grace Rickson with the triple. 2 RBIs, scoring the 5th run in this bottom of the second innings for the Storm. And Tali Moore now back into the batter's box with Grace Rickson at third base. So Moore will try and squeeze one through here and get her home. Go through for a ball. So 1-1 becomes the count for Tali Moore. And Moore, great piece. Centre field, one hopper on the bounce into the arms of Jade Wall, but scores the run and gets a single. And we're back round to Sienna Burgess, who started this innings, back into the batter's box, and 6th run scored and a change in the pitcher. Ali Edgerton is coming out to roll over, give young Andy Lau a break. She's been doing a tremendous job against powerhouse batting lineup. Lau will move to second base. And Sienna Burgess will come up to bat. And Hazel Labrador has gone onto the bench. And Andy Lau will take that position at second base. Strike one, Edgerton fires that one in. Burgess lets it go through, and strike one is the call. That one wide. And a ball. One now the call. Lovely pitch. A lot of movement there. Stayed up. And a swing and a miss on that time from Burgess. Just may have clipped it. The count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes. And this time, Burgess gets the ball, but it's straight back to the pitcher. And a 1-3 play sees the Eagles finally stop the Storm in the bottom of the second. Not after the Storm, though, scoring 6 runs to take a lead. 6-1 at the end of the second innings. And what a start we've had here too. State League 2024 here on Diamond 1. The Eagles going up against the Storm. And Evans remains in the circle. Evans has pitched this one fantastically so far for the Storm. They're in a good part of the lineup, the Eagles, to hit back here. They've got their very experienced 2 Australian Spirit players. The centre fielder for the Aussie Spirit in Jade Wall up to bat. And the catcher for the Aussie Spirit in Taylor Titsakronis to follow her. So there's plenty of firepower here for the Eagles to get back into this one. We move to the top of the third innings here. No changes in the defensive lineup so far for the Storm. Jade Wall ready to fire. She gets a hold of that. It's a dead ball though. Went foul. So 1-1 count now for Jade Wall. And that one high. And Wall does not attempt to go anywhere near that one. 2 balls, 1 strike for Jade Wall. And this one gets hit hard from Wall, but Erin Partridge sets herself well underneath it. And that's a fly ball to 9 and an out for Jade Wall. So a great start here for Bree Evans, getting out one of the big hitters with a pop fly. And now Taylor Titsakronis comes into the batter's box. Evans fires that in low and on the inside. Taylor Titsakronis doesn't go anywhere near it, and a ball called. Titsakronis crunches that one, but it goes foul. Everyone on the left side of the diamond there. Coaches dive out the road as that one comes firing through. He's got that one very early. So 1-1 the count for Titsakronis. That one down and on the inside. And again for ball 2. That one to the outside this time. Been called strike. So 2-2 to count. And that one down and away again from Titsakronis for a full count now. 3 balls, 2 strikes. 1 out for the Eagles here in the top of the 3rd. No one on base. And a swing and a miss. And another big scalp for Evans with a K2 on Titsakronis. And it brings the Bree Trim, another New South Wales and Aussie representative, into the batter's box. And Trim crunches that one to right field for a single. Beautiful line drive. And it will now bring up the catcher, Bella Lorenzo, into the batter's box. Lorenzo will look to try and move Trim around the bases as quickly as she can. Try and get a 2-down rally started here for the Eagles. And that one's fouled off onto the roof. That one a ball for Lorenzo. 1-1 the count. And that one strike called. Trim steals. Gets there comfortably. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. See the replay here. Good throw from Taylor. But Moore unable to catch and tag. The trim was there. Lorenzo gets a good hit there. It's a 1-hopper, but a great pickup from Tali Moore. Then a 4-3 play ends the innings for the Eagles. Eagles unfortunately unable to put on any runs in that innings. They were in a great batting order to start, just couldn't get the runs. And it goes back now to the bottom of the third, and we will see the Storm come out here. It will be Aaron Partridge should be the lead-off batter in the bottom of the third here for the Storm. Andy Lau remains at second base. Edgerton taking over the pitching duties. And it is the 13 of Aaron Partridge comes into the batter's box. Edgerton ready to fire. Ball 1. And that one is going to be fouled off onto the bar roof. So 1-1 becomes the count for Partridge. That one down. Change up. Just doesn't find the mark. And ball 2. Partridge goes very hard at that one. Fouls that off into the back net. 2-2 count. The Storm leading this one 6-1 here as we're in the bottom of the third. Partridge again fouls that one off into the back net. Partridge at the last at-bat. Is that a full count? Dug in deep, fouled off plenty, got herself a walk. And this time she fouls that one off again into the back net to get herself another pitch with a 2-2 count. And a swing and a miss though on that occasion. Late on that one. Ramped up from Edgerton. And gets K2 and sits Partridge down. Brings Inika Keed. Keed last time. Beautiful line drive deep to the to left centre and got herself a double and scored. A couple of RBIs for the Storm. First one. Fouls it off. Lets that one go. That's a strike as well. So 2 quick strikes on Key from Edgerton. That one left to go wide for the first ball. And this time Key gets a hold of that. Titsakronis goes back, but the ball was right between the 5-6 hole. They had to do some work. Key gets herself a single. Gets herself on base here, and it brings up Bree Evans into the batter's box. Evans last time a K2. So let's that first one go through, and a strike called. Evans fouls that one off into the back net. And Evans fouls that onto the roof of the bar area. So that one well out of play. And an 0-2 count on Evans here. Keyed at first. One down and in dirt, low and away. And Evans not tempted at all. She'll get ball 1. So 1 ball, 2 strikes here for Bree Evans. And that one again, low and away. And Evans not tempted, so 2-2 becomes the count for Evans here. Storm leading this one, 6-1 here in the bottom of the third. Evans again, very early on that, fouls it off hard into the dugout fence. Down the third base line. 2-2 count remains for Evans. And this time Evans finds the 5-6 hole, and it gets through. Giros out there at left field. And it means Keed will score from first base and give Brianna Evans a double. So an RBI for Evans. See on the replay, Keed was about to hold up, and then she realised straight away that the misfielding. Kerry Porter down there sent her straight home. Brings up Zoe Taylor. And Taylor fouls that one off into the back net. Taylor last time with runners on hit a beautiful slap straight over the top of third base. Found the grass, scored the runner home from third base and got a single. This time, that one was there. She fouls it off. So an 0-2 count quickly there for Taylor. But a run scored in that last play to take the lead. Storm, they continue to build and lead this one 7-1. And Taylor this time. swings and misses for the second out in the bottom of the third here for the Storm. And they go back to the top of the lineup with Rachel Lack, the Aussie Olympian. Several Olympians in both these teams. So you've got Rachel Lack for Storm, who represented Australia in Tokyo, and Jade Wall and Taylor Tsitsikronis in the Eagles lineup, both Olympians. So strike one for Lack. There's a runner for Brie Evans out there now at second base, being Molly Gill. The pitcher comes in for the speed up rule. Lack, oh, the change up, she waited on it, hit it hard, but just pulls it foul over the third base line. She's a bit annoyed with herself there, Lack. She has a wry smile. One ball, two strikes, remains the count. Two out for the Storm and a runner at second base. That one high and wide. So 2-2 becomes the count for Rachel Lack. And Lack gets a hold of that one. It is deep. It is deep. It is out of here. Rachel Lack has hit a home run for the Storm, and it'll bring the runner home from two, and she will score and take this to 9-1. Rachel Lack. That ball has been crunched deep over the top of left field. Watch this, straight through that. Lack was watching, and gone. So she's had fly out to centre field, pop fly to shortstop, and this time she puts it out of the park. And it brings up Bell Hannah. Here's the replay again. That ball was crunched from Rachel Lack. And one ball, one strike. Now on Bell Hannah. Two balls and one strike. And Hannah gets a hold of that one, and great positioning there. The right field of the Eagles, Mel Morris, she took off straight away when that ball come off the bat. Moved a good 10-12 metres to her right and makes a great catch. Ends the innings for the Storm. Not before they score three more runs and take their lead to 9-1 at the end of the third innings. The Storm really showing their power here. Now the Eagles, there's plenty of power and plenty of talent in this lineup. They've just got to get their bats working here. It's going to start with Andy Lau. She will be up to bat. She hit a beautiful line drive to centre right for her last at-bat for a single. Let's see if Lau can get them started again. There's a change here. I can see that the 18 in Renee Kubra is heading out to right field. So there's a change there. Still remains at 1 with Taylor at second base. Tali Moore, second base. Shortstop, Belhanna and Inika Keed is unchanged. Lee Evans in the circle. So it just looks like Kubra is the only change out there to right field for Aaron Partridge. And Andy Lau set to go. Lets that ball go down and on the inside. Ball one. Oh, that one. Wow. I think she wanted to hit and then try and get out of the road, and it clips the bat. Goes foul. Lau gets a hold of that one, but that'll pop up. And Tali Moore will take that catch. And the first out for the Eagles. Brings up the pitcher in Ali Edgerton now. Edgerton lets that first one go through for a strike. And that one to the inside. Saw the call there from Taylor. Jammed up the batter, and she fouls that off into the net. And strike two now. Edgerton just gets that one up, but again, Tali Moore, too good. Tracks back. And the second fly out to second base occurs in a row. And it'll bring Mel Morris into the batter's box. Two down here in the top of the fourth for the Eagles, and they trail 9-1 to the Storm. That ball goes down and away from Morris. So ball one. Morris hits that one hard. It's a line drive straight out there to a right field through the 4-3 hole. Gets herself a single. Brings Michelle Cox back to the lineup. Michelle Cox, another Aussie spirit and Olympian. Fouled out deep down third base line. Wide on the outside of the plate, left to go through for a ball. 1-1 count for Michelle Cox. Runner at one for the Eagles here. So if Cox can find a good gap here. That one called strike on the outside edge. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. One down low. Gets into the dirt. Taylor has to pick it up. And Mel Morris will take base 2. And she will steal from 1 to 2 quite quickly. 2-2 is the count. Cox fouls that off into the net. Two balls, 2 strikes here on Michelle Cox. She fouls that one off again. Great change up from Bree Evans. Cox swings early, misses it, and a K2 on this occasion for Cox after getting 2 walks in her previous 2 at-bats, and it ends the innings for the Eagles. As we move to the bottom of the 4th here. The Storm remain in front here, 9-1. And it's Grace Rickson for the Storm to lead off this bottom of the 4th innings here. The Storm lead this one 9-1. One down in the dirt for ball 1. Rickson, another one of the Aussie Spirit players in this lineup. Strike there called. Two balls, 1 strike. Here's the count. And that one, dead ball, comes off the toe. So 2-2 count now. Right off the toe. So 2-2 is the count confirmed by the umpire. Edgerton, they've just thrown her out a brand new ball, so she's finding it hard to grip. Leah whacks on them. She throws that one. Rickson hits it high, but Titsakronis calls out and gets underneath it. She makes the catch. Great catch there. Just going away from Titsakronis there right at the end, and she still nabbed it. Brings up Tali Moore. Tali Moore, another Aussie Spirit player. recently, I believe, was coaching with the English team as well, Great Britain team. Strike one on that occasion. And she gets a hold of that one, but that goes to Titsakronis. And she fires that to first base. And a 6-3 makes the out. We'll bring Sienna Burgess into the batter's box. Titsakronis will be very happy with that one. She's made some plays at shortstop, but not found the mark at first base on that occasion. She finds the mark perfectly. So it's the 43 of Sophie Williams into the batter's box for the Northern Storm. Just double checking here with the umpires. If there was a substitution made, Manly hadn't received their ticket. One strike. That one fouled off. Third base line from Sophie Williams. So Williams gets herself set now. An 0-2 count. Gets a hold of that one. Titsakronis takes it comfortably. So again, makes a nice catch. Ends the innings. Good one there for the Eagles. 3 up, 3 down. It's what they needed. They just need to get their bats on though now to really start moving. Try and claw back. There's plenty of talent in this Eagles lineup. So they can really get back here. But the score remains 9-1 as we move into the top of the 5th. The Eagles needing to score runs to keep this game alive. So it's Williams out there now at left field, replacing Burgess, and Kubra at right field. Field remains the same. So Layla Giros up to bat. She puts down that wonderful bunt, but it goes foul. Giros already earlier put down a fantastic bunt at her first at bat. Down in the dirt. So 1 ball, 1 strike. Giross gets a hold of that one. She will get herself safe at 1. Moore couldn't grab it. So line drive out to the 9. Gets herself a single. See it on the replay here. Jade Wall up to bat. Wall lets that one go through for a ball. So again, this real strong, powerful batting lineup here with Wall, Titsakronis and Trim. They can fire here. Plenty of runs for the Eagles. That one though pops it up. And Wall pops it up and Bell Hannah takes the catch. And the no luck continues there for Wall in this one. And now brings up the 13 of Taylor Titsakronis. Again, Titsakronis will fly out to right field and a K2. What can she do on this occasion? Giross at first base. She smashes that one, Titsakronis. Straight to left field. She gets a single. And it advances Giross from 1 to 2 as well. So Trim coming up to the batter's box with runners at 1 and 2 here for the Storm. And Kerry Porter going out for a quick chat with her infield. And she just be liking to try and break the momentum here of the Eagles team with getting runners onto the diamond. Trim now gets herself set. Runners at 1 and 2. Only the one out for the Eagles here. We're in the top of the 5th. And that one. Whew. Trim fouls off down the first base line. The coach has to quickly take action, jump out the road. In the dirt. The runner advances for the Eagles. Giross steals from 2 to 3. And Wall from 1 to 2. So runners now in scoring position at 2 and 3. For the Eagles team. Trim now needing to just find some grass here and keep this game alive. Only the one out. That one. So let's go through. Strike called. So 2-2 count now. This one, she swings, she hits, gets it up over the top, but Tarly Moore will take the catch. He fires it to home. keeps the runners stranded. 2 outs now for Manly. It's Lorenzo up to bat, and runners still at second and third base, unable to tag up and score there. On away. Ball one for Lorenzo. High and wide. Evans now fires. Oh, what a catch from Grace Rickson. And that ends the game. Lorenzo crunches that ball, but Rickson, watch this on the replay. Grace is doing a bit of stretching there at first base, gets herself set. The ball fires off, bang, great pick. Makes the catch, that's the third out. That was fantastic work from Rickson. And it ends the game, 9-1 Storm at the end of the top of the fifth here, leading by more than 7. So mercy rule kicks in. A 9-1 win for the Storm in this opening game of State League 2024 here at Blacktown International Sports Park for Softball New South Wales. Congratulations to both teams on their opening performance, and we look forward to your company soon. And we have at 11:30 and we will be seeing Sharks take on Norwest Wolves here on Diamond 1. We look forward to your company then. For now, take care and see you all soon.